What's up, everybody?
Hello.
And welcome back to the Buddy Time Podcast with K and A.
I'm A.
And I'm K. Woo. So we already recorded about 13 minutes worth of content and had to start over.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of technical difficulties.
Too much.
And then we had to get a new app for videoing. And then we had to figure out how to get the cam to work. And then also realizing that the video quality of this, for some reason, is worse than the other thing that we had. So...
yeah, it's just, it is how it is.
A bit stressed right now.
We?
Yeah, we.
I'm perfectly chill.
Okay. Whatever, I'm stressed. But that's okay. I mean, this stuff happens and we're learning and...
Yeah, it's our second video.
So I apologize for anyone watching who is dealing with this quality of video. We're working on it.
One day. I'm
really trying to figure it out. So I'm sorry that if it looks blurry or whatever. My B. I'm trying. I think we'll figure it out, but yeah, it's stressful.
Yes,
but
very stressful.
That's okay. So first of all, I would like to say thank you so much to everybody that watched or listened to our first podcast.
Yeah.
We went to Starbucks a little bit ago, and I was telling Ollie that over 70 people either watched or listened, which is crazy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I thought some people would watch or listen, but mainly like our friends and family, you know, just as support. But I guess it got around a little bit on YouTube, and I so thankful and grateful to anyone who watched, anyone new who doesn't know us. Hi.
Hello.
And thank you so much for supporting us. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay, well, we've already talked a little bit about some of this, but you guys won't hear it, so let me ask you again. How was your week?
It was good. Just a lot of working. I'm an electrician. So, you know, if you don't know what that is, it's basically everything to do with...
know what an electrician is. For all the 2-year-olds listening, if you don't know what an electrician is, I work with lights.
Yeah, like this one right there.
That you what?
That I work with.
That you what?
Oh, I broke it.
Yeah, you broke it.
I broke the light bulb.
An electrician.
It's because I
broke the light bulb.
I gripped too hard. Luckily, I didn't cut myself. But
with your gigantic bear claws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Burger King hands.
Whatever.
My week was, I'm gonna be honest, not great. And that's okay. You know, that can't all be good. It was a really bad pain week for me.
Yeah.
I'll be getting into that more another time when the subject comes up. But yeah, it was a bad pain week for me. So it felt really long, and now the weekend feels way too fast. But you know, that's okay. But I'm really excited because we've kind of been waiting all week to make this podcast and this subject, but we've been waiting I've been waiting 10 years for what came out the other day. And so today's topic is going to be gaming, and this one over here says that seems like this is the only time we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we're supposed to say a little bit about gaming.
So
there's going to be more, hopefully, eventually.
Let me clarify that this is the subject we are talking about today, but we'll be talking about it a lot, and not just today. So let me clarify.
See, I feel better now.
We're going to talk a little bit about gaming today, which even that seems crazy because, I mean, it's going to be like a 25-30 minute conversation about gaming. So, what?
You can just see.
Oh, yeah, but there's no limit. Anyway. So, we are definitely gamers. I did a lot of it when I was growing up.
Same.
But obviously it's changed a lot. But yeah, I started on the handhelds, you know what I mean? I played a lot of Mortal Kombat and like the first Zelda.
Yep.
And Xbox is a huge part of our life right now, but I didn't start on the Xbox.
Yeah, me neither.
But it just so happens to be my favorite. Take that, PlayStation players. You heard me.
I do enjoy the PlayStation controller more because it's smaller.
Sure.
But
for his tiny hands.
They're not that tiny.
Oh yeah, let's compare him. I'm a girl. You're a guy.
It's bigger.
The tiniest amount. Anyway.
Whatever.
Your tiny hands are perfect.
Thanks.
So yeah, I would say that I've been gaming my whole life, but I didn't get like super serious about it until like it became an online thing, which is when I would stay up till the birds came out. Same. And then would sleep for a couple hours, get up and do it again. That is not the case anymore, but. We still, and I will speak for you because I know we love to game.
I love gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I played it a lot growing up, but I also like going outside too. Not nowadays. Since I work, I like to come home and just cave myself in.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, I like games a lot.
Mm-hmm. And I would say that Call of Duty has been a big part of that for both of us.
Yep.
That's where I started my multiplayer gaming with Call of Duty 2. That's how far back.
Yeah, and I played the ones before that one, just not that one specifically.
I played Call of Duty before that, but they weren't online multiplayer.
My first one was Modern Warfare 2, which I think is the best one.
But that's crazy that you like. I feel like if you started with like Call of Duty 2, like yes, I will not argue that Modern Warfare 2 was my absolute favorite, but Call of Duty 2 is just super iconic for me because that's where it all started, and that's like when online gaming became huge in my eyes. And it was crazy to me that you could play. Like I have friends in New York. We live in California.
Yep.
And I have friends on the other side of the U.S. that I've known for like 14 years, and it's because of that game. I met them on that game, and I still talk to some of them to this day. One of my really good friends, Aaron, who is Walken, who you know as well, yes. I have known him like 14 years. Like, that's a crazy amount, and we're still friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so... Like, gaming was also huge for me in that way because I was a stay-at-home mom, and, you know, when I had time, that's what I would do. That was my escape, and that's how I talked to other adults because my husband worked, and I was at home with a baby, so it's not like, you know, I was having cute conversations with a 2-year-old. It was a baby, and so it was like that's how I got my adult interactions, and I still talk to a lot of people to this day. So it was a good way to meet people.
It really is. I've met a lot of good friends on Xbox online, and I still talk to most of them. Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot.
Which leads us to the fact that, so we both agree that Modern Warfare 2 is definitely our favorite. I have so many memories. And I think that was the most I had ever played a game. Like, I played, which is saying a lot, because I played Call of Duty 2 like it was my job. Okay, like, a lot. But Modern Warfare 2 was when, like, I would stay up till the crack of dawn and then barely sleeping, do it all over again.
Same.
And where I met some of my favorite people and, things like that. So it's nostalgic for me. And so Thursday,
yes,
Modern Warfare, yes, Modern Warfare just came out.
The new one.
Brand new one. And although I was dying for a remake of 2,
yeah,
I was also very excited that there was just a Modern Warfare in general. And because Modern Warfare 2 is so nostalgic and it means so much, I was excited, but also like cautious. Yep. Because I feel like when somebody either remakes or does another version of a game that you really love, there's a possibility that they will screw it up, i.e. like Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
What was that? What was that? You know what? Anyway, we can talk about that in a little bit if we want. But, so there was a lot of like, oh, sure, like, it's going to be made, but it'll probably not feel the same. Because the games have changed a lot. So they're not like they used to be.
Oh, no, they're much prettier now.
I mean, as far as graphics go, yes, I would say that games are better in that aspect.
Yep.
But as far as gameplay goes, I feel like the more and more they try to make things better or more interesting, they lose me.
Yeah, same, pretty much.
So yes, graphics, hello, 2019, yes, thank you, appreciate you, technology.
Love it.
But I feel like because they focus so much on the look of a game, a lot of the times the gameplay kind of falls to the wayside, and I don't really appreciate that.
Nope.
Especially when I really, really have liked a game, and like Call of Duty.
Yeah. As
much as I love the games, the gaming aspect of it has sort of started really sliding downhill, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, and I haven't stopped playing them, but every time a new one comes out, I feel like they're just trying to up whatever they did last time, and that doesn't make a good game. So yeah, I just feel like gameplay is going down, and so I was like, this guy over here, Mr. Optimistic, was like, it's going to be the best. Stop. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I like everything. So,
yeah, it's not hard to please him, but it's really hard to please me. And so, but we played the beta, and I think we can both say that really angered us.
Yeah, I don't like playing core, and they don't do hardcore for betas, which sucks, but...
I apologize, sorry.
Yeah, too much bullets to kill someone. I know a lot of people like that. It's more, as they say, realistic or whatever they say, but it's not fun. I like to shoot someone with one bullet and then they die.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That's realistic. What do you mean?
That's true. That's more realistic.
Yeah. We're not all freaking, who was it, 50 Cent that got shot like 9 times and survived? Like, that's not real life. If you take a shotgun to someone's face... they gone. They all messed up. So the fact that if people say realistic is just the craziest thing to me. I'm like, but it's not realistic at all. I mean, sure, graphics look great.
Yep.
But you're not gonna snipe someone in the stomach 6 times and then survive. That's not realistic.
That's insane.
And I don't want it to be realistic in that way because it's already violent enough.
Yep.
But anyway, and then so we played the beta and we weren't very happy, which a lot of times I feel like betas do that.
Yeah.
So I really don't actually understand why they put betas out anymore. because really it like made me not excited for the game. I was actually almost going to take my money back. And then I was like, no, the campaign and the spec ops that'll be worth it.
I played a little bit of the campaign and I do like it so far. I mean, not much, like 15-20 minutes of it.
So anyways, now that we've played a little bit, I will say that one thing that is for sure is that they did a great job at making it feel like a Modern Warfare game.
Yep.
It's not a remake. It's a new Modern Warfare game.
Yep.
But it feels like it used to. However, the people playing the game,
it's not how they used to.
You know where you can go.
Yeah.
Straight down. If there's one thing I can say about gaming these days, is that the people who are gaming suck. You guys suck. Not everyone, but man, the amount of camping.
Yep.
And the bull that happens is insane.
For people who don't know what camping is, it's not like people actually camping. It's
no, I mean you bring.
Well, because some people don't game, but you sit in a corner and you wait for people to come up, and then you shoot them when you see them. That's basically camping.
So the camping has always been a thing.
It's always been.
Right, yeah. and it carries on to every single Call of Duty.
Yep. And there's other games too.
Always someone doing it, and it drives me insane because here's my game style. Run and gun. You run around, and if you see somebody pop, that's it. Like, whoever's the best wins. But it's unfair to me, in my opinion, because I am a run and gun, for you to just wait there for somebody to come around. That's not skill. You're not good. Just get super salty all of a sudden.
Exactly.
But like, in all honesty, like, that doesn't equal skill to me. That's just like, you don't have any, so that's what you do. And if you can admit that, then by all means, you go ahead and you do it. And I will be the first to admit when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like shy about admitting when I'm doing it. But here's the one thing that I do not do. Excuse me. I do not camp in someone else's spawn area.
Yep, that's the worst.
You're the devil. Okay? If you're spawn trapping people, you're a psychopath.
Yep.
And you need Jesus quick. Because it's just like the most unfair way to game. And personally, I don't understand how it's fun. I know that you've done this before, either as payback or just because like everyone's camping, so you have to get there somehow.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if it's the only thing that is gonna make the game progress, right? But the gaming nowadays, it's on another level.
So different.
Of cock-a-doodle. Okay?
Yeah.
But I will say that I do enjoy the graphics and the guns.
Love the way they sound.
I don't know why this game is so much louder than all other games. It's like
so loud.
It's really loud. Even when you turn it down, it's so loud.
Yeah, everything is so loud.
But the way the guns sound and the game sounds and stuff like that, I actually do like. You'll hear me complain pretty much the entire time, but it's because of the people. It's not because of the game.
Yep.
Now it is a new game, so if you're thinking about buying it, and you don't really want to have to hassle with the bugs that they're trying to fix right now. I mean, it literally shut down my Xbox.
Yeah. Mine froze a little bit too. But...
We were literally in the middle of playing on a map, and I thought my power went out, you guys. I was like, wait a second, what? And then I realized very quickly that nothing else had shut off. So I was like, what the heck? And I started texting my husband, and I started texting Ollie, and I was like, I cannot, like, what just happened? I hope my, like, Xbox isn't ruined. And I can't remember if it was you or Brandon, but someone was like, well, unplug it and then plug it back in. And I went to do that, and I touched the power box because I still have the original Xbox One, okay?
I'm sure most people do.
So you know the block power box thing that's back there. I went to go unplug it, and it was so hot that it burnt my finger. And I was like, I've never felt it that hot before. I know it gets warm, but it's never been that hot before. And I've never had my Xbox just shut off like that in an instant, except for on that game. So I would say that, like, as much as I really like the game, and if you can wait, maybe wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Until everything's fixed. I don't regret buying it. I thought that I would, but I don't. I haven't started the multiplayer yet. How's the multiplayer? Because you've started it.
The multiplayer or the campaign?
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yes, the campaign. Tell us about the campaign.
It's great. I like it. It's you get to see Price again, which is he's in the Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. I think
he's a lot of people's favorite.
He is definitely everyone's favorite. You probably won't see a lot of the other people returning because, well, I know spoilers, but
close your ears.
Yeah. It's been many years, so if you
spoilers
haven't played
in
it,
one.
Most of the people you play as, you die. You die as all the people.
I mean, it's a Call of Duty game. Yeah. You're gonna die.
And it even says a warning before you start the campaign that it's very violent, and it is. There's, you know, a guy blows himself up in a city full of people. So I don't want to spoil nothing.
Spoilers for me. Didn't know that.
Well, it's hinted. You'll see.
Well, remember, because I tried to start it, but we were talking, and for me, especially in a Call of Duty campaign, which I actually haven't played one through in a while. So when it comes to a Call of Duty campaign, I need to be focused because they say a lot of what you're supposed to do.
True.
I mean, they're talking to you as if you're right there. So if you miss something, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And so it was really hard for me to pay attention. So I stopped like right away. But I did see the guy with the bomb, and I was like, does he blow himself up? And you were like, we just have to wait and see. And then I just like turned it off. So I didn't know that either. I kind of knew, but you hinted that maybe it wasn't, but I knew that was a lie.
You don't know what city or what exactly happened, so it's fine. It happens in every Call of Duty.
But graphics, I mean, I know a lot of people were like when they put out the first like preview or trailer of the game, everyone was like, oh my god, these graphics look so good. So they are in the, because I imagine you can make the cutscenes and stuff better in the campaign.
I mean, I thought they were great in like back in the day, but it looks really real. It's cool. The movements in the face, the eyeballs, the mouths. It looks really good, really good.
Yeah. So you would suggest people get it, yeah?
I mean, if you like campaigns, I would say yeah. I haven't beat it, so I don't know how long it is or how much you'll be doing, but so far it's really interactive.
Cool.
And looks great, and it feels great playing another Modern Warfare campaign.
Yeah.
Black Ops
it feels good to play a Modern Warfare period for me.
Yeah.
Because like I played all the Black Ops. I mean, I've played every Call of Duty, but if you've played both, you know that it's just a different feel.
Yep.
Which I mean, I guess makes sense. They're not. If you don't know, Call of Duty has two people who create games, two different companies. So Black Ops, even though it's a Call of Duty game, doesn't feel like other Call of Duties, except for the other Black Ops. So Black Ops and Modern Warfare, they just feel different. And if you know, you know. But for those who don't know, it's just a different feel. It's like what's a good it's like going from like a Nintendo game to an Xbox game. Like you can tell what's a Nintendo game and what's an Xbox game. Like there's always just a feel to games. Like I know when I'm about to play a Mario game.
Yeah.
Like you know,
exactly.
like you know it's a Mario game. you know you're about to play a Sonic game.
Yep.
Like, each game has a feel, and you know, if you know, you know, and it feels like it used to, which is great. Even with all the crap that happens and the way people play, which I hate. If I haven't made that clear, even through all that, I would say it's definitely worth playing.
Yes.
Again, there are bugs right now. I'm going to be honest. I would want to know if it was my $60 on the line,
Yeah.
which it was. So, yeah, definitely worth playing. And if you don't mind the little glitches it has, like all games that start,
Yeah, unfortunately.
all games, it's going to be a little bit glitchy when you start. So if that doesn't faze you, get it. Do it up. However, if you are a Game Pass user, which is on the Xbox, I don't know what it would be for. Like, does PlayStation even do anything like that?
I think they do, but I don't know what it's called. I haven't played on it in a while.
So whatever, basically you pay a monthly fee,
Mm-hmm.
and then they put games on for free. So you pay, what is it, $10 a month, and then you just like get free games. And some of them are worth $60 that you're getting for basically $10 a month. So one that I'm really excited about is The Outer Worlds. That came out
the same day. Yeah, it came out.
Yeah.
So I switched between both of them just to check them out. Like, well, the campaign of the Call of Duty and then the Outer Worlds game.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the customizations of Outer Worlds. It's great. It's the creators of Fallout New Vegas.
New Vegas.
So it's great. If you like that game, then you'll definitely like this one.
Which I actually also started. I did not play that one. The only Fallout that I actually played all the way through, it wasn't the only one I played, but the only one I played and beat like all the way through was Fallout 4. And I loved it. I thought it was the best one. But I will say that I am enjoying New Vegas. I really am. So
it's good.
Yeah, so basically The Outer Worlds is a mix between Fallout and, for me, Borderlands.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like a Fallout, but it looks like a Borderlands to me.
Yeah, it does kind of
like graphics wise, like that sort of cartoony but realistic sort of feel.
It's like comic booky. Well, I think Borderlands is more comic booky, but
I think it's more cartoony than Outer Worlds, but not by much. It has like those lines that like a pop art like comic book would have. But it definitely feels and looks like those two combined. And I've heard other ones like BioShock and things like that, but I didn't play those.
Now that I think about it, a little BioShock.
So for me, the Fallout and the Borderlands just sort of make sense.
Yeah. Or like Dishonor, kind of like that too. It looks a little like that, not too much.
I mean, Dishonored wasn't that cartoony, was it?
It is. It's pretty cartoony.
Okay. And I've played those, but I don't really remember it being that cartoony, but I don't know. So basically what The Outer Worlds is, if you like a quest-based game, and like role-playing games are my ish. Yeah. I love role-playing games. Mass Effect, Fallout, what's that other F1?
Far Cry?
Not Far Cry.
But that is one. I can't think of it. Fable?
Fable. Thank you. Fable, which I loved. I played all of those. Great. Loved Fable. So like if you like quest-based RPG games, you'll like it. And it's free if you have Game Pass. So like let's say people are interested in shooter games, that's another good option. For free if you have Game Pass. Yeah, but if not, I would pay $60 for that game.
Yeah, I would.
I didn't think that I would. I mean, I knew that I would like it a little bit just because of who the creators were and things like that. But like I genuinely am enjoying it a lot. I've played It only came out Thursday, and I've played like 4 to 5 hours of it already.
I didn't play that much. I've been watching this Netflix show, but that's something else.
Yeah. So if you have Game Pass, I'd say I get it. But honestly, if you like those kind of games, you'll love it. I have not heard one bad thing about it. I'm actually in an Xbox group on Facebook, and everyone is asking about it. Everyone who's like, hey, do you guys like this game? There's like 60 comments of everyone like, yes, amazing, get it, yes. And I'm no exception. I guess I'm a sheep in that game because I like it a lot. I really enjoy it. So if you like those games, I would definitely suggest that.
Get it.
Customization wasn't as good as I normally like. I think even Fallout has even more options, especially when it comes to like hair and stuff like that. But the graphics were good on the customization, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But I think there was like maybe 2 girl hairstyles.
I've seen a few. I mean, I don't know. I've seen a few. No.
So and for me, I know this may sound weird to some of you, but I know someone out there is going to relate. That part of the reason why I like, not even like, why I love RPG so much is because you get to customize your character. Like,
True.
I get to make them look how I want. And, like, maybe it's a girl thing, but, like, that's my favorite part. And this guy can tell you, I'll spend, like, 30 minutes, like, going through every single option.
Yeah.
Like, even when it's a demo, I'm like, no, I have to look through everyone. And you're like, just go through.
Yeah, let's just play.
Just play. And I'm like, because here's something, like, I am not a person who appreciates options. No. I don't like options. I hate having to choose, especially if I like more than one option. I'm like, help. I need an adult.
That's the thing for me. If I like a couple different things, I make another character and use that other option. I like in all the RPG games I have like up to 5 or more characters just because I like something different. I know you can switch between like clothing styles, but I'd rather just make a character specifically for that specific clothing or whatever. But
yeah,
that's how I get
like
around that. If I like multiple things, I just create another person and use that option that I liked a lot.
Thinking about having options gives me anxiety. Like, just thinking about all the options I had to go through the other day to make my character. Like, I want to itch. I feel so anxious. But, that's, I mean, it's another difference between us. And it's one of the things that really bothers me about games. What is it?
Going slow?
Going slow. Do not make me go slow in a game. I want sprint all the time. I want the walking to be sprinting and then like a full-on marathon run when I'm running. Like, that's how I want my gaming to be. I hate this slow, you could barely walk. And like, I'm like pressing up on the freaking joystick so hard, like, please walk. So that's like one of my biggest issues. But this guy doesn't have an issue with that at all. What is it? Metal Gear Solid, where it's like a 10-minute opening of just a slow like cut screen thing. What was that one game you were telling me about where you're like, it's like a really pretty song, but it's like 10 minutes of this guy just like climbing?
Oh, climbing up a ladder. Yeah. It's Metal Gear Solid. I love that series. I played it when I was not supposed to because it's a rated M game, but I had it on a demo for PlayStation 1.
You naughty boy! You played M games? Oh my god!
But when I first played it, it was just a demo. It was the first one, Metal Gear Solid 1. Mm-hmm. So for those who like that game, it's just that very beginning elevator ride up, that little snowy area, and then once you crawl down in the vents, it ends right there. But when I had a chance to get the game, I got it. So it was so fun. But yeah, there's like a 10-minute ladder climb that plays a song. No,
I would punch something. I would get so angry that I'd probably quit.
And all the cutscenes are about like an hour long too, so.
And I actually watched Brandon, who's my husband, play a little bit of one of them. I'm not sure which one it was, but I literally, like, every time I looked over, he was still in some sort of cut screen or trying to crawl somewhere. And I'm like,
Yeah.
You've been in the same scene for 20 minutes. What is happening? And he's like, well, it's like all cut screens. And then you play a little bit, and then there's cut screens. I'm like, how are you not going? You're watching a TV show. This is a game. Like, what is happening?
Fans love it. I'm sure people like her don't, but I loved it. I think he was probably playing Metal Gear Solid 5. That's probably what it was.
There was like fire, and he was like crawling through a building or something. Ugh. I wasn't even playing, and it was making me anxious. I was like, let's go. There's gaming to be had here. If I wanted to watch Netflix, I would.
It's great. I don't know. I love that series. It's my favorite.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. What's your favorite?
I don't know.
Dark Souls.
Whoa.
Dark Souls is his favorite. Don't let him try to fool you, because everything that comes up is somehow related to that game.
That's true. I play that a lot, especially the third one.
Yeah, you've played it like 5 times since I've known you.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you keep... It's the same thing over and over again. Says the person who's watched The Office like 15 times. Okay.
Since I was here.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
But it's a fun... Dark Souls is a fun game, man.
I cannot relate.
You feel like you know an enemy or a boss, and then they suddenly do a different move that you just did not expect, because it's just...
Here's the thing about me also is like, I don't play a game to get mad. I want to play a game to, like a challenge is fine, but when I'm like, and my blood pressure is climbing and I'm having a heart attack, like that's not fun. Like I want to get on and relax. Like I want to just chill. And so games like that where it's like the fighting is so crazy hard and stuff, and you're just dying and dying and dying, and I'm just like, no, I can't do it. That's not my thing. Like, give me some Spyro, give me some Crash Bandicoot.
Those are fun.
You know, give me some
those are my
what's
favorites.
that? Unraveled. I love that game. Stop calling me. So yeah, I like games like that.
Yeah.
They're just hard. I mean, they're just relaxing. They're not unchallenging. Try to do all the challenges in Crash Bandicoot and then come back and talk to me. Okay? Okay, do those trial runs. Okay? Go ahead. But yeah, I that's another difference. I think it's like, I mean, everyone has a different preference, even when it comes to gaming. Even consoles. I can't tell me how many times I've had the argument about which console is better, Xbox or PlayStation. Spoiler alert, it's Xbox. So if you disagree, you're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, PlayStation does have some really awesome exclusives, but that's about it.
And it's not like I haven't played one. I used to play it all the time. One of my favorite games I started on the PlayStation, Final Fantasy. What is it, 10 or 12? One of those is my favorite, and I played the crap out of it, and that was on PlayStation. It's not exclusively. Sorry, I'm getting calls from my kids. Oh Lord Jesus, take the wheel. But yeah, different folks, different strokes. But there's a lot of games right now that are exciting. There's a lot of games that we want. I don't only play the Xbox right now. I'm also really heavy into the Switch.
Yes.
And I'm about to beat the Zelda Breath of the Wild game, which I know isn't new, but I've been playing it for like 100 hours. So it's not new for me either, but I've just been drawing it out because I don't want it to end. I love that game so much.
It is really good.
Oh, it's so good. If anyone has the Switch and like enjoys that, if you haven't played Zelda, please do. It is so good.
So good.
Another one is a Mario
Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey. I haven't personally played it, but I would love to play Mario Maker too. It looks so fun. I love any Mario. Give me Mario. I love it. So fun. I've always loved Mario.
Same.
It's always a tried and true. So I'm really hoping to get the new Zelda, the one that looks more like the original Zelda, where it's like really, a cute little character,
Yep.
cartoony kid. I love that. I want it so bad. I'm gonna get it. But yeah, the Switch is really fun too.
Good
love
system.
that game. Yeah.
Nintendo always had good stuff. Honestly.
Nintendo, like, come on.
All their games are amazing.
Nintendo knows how to do everything right. Like,
they do.
we watched the Game Grumps.
Yes.
And it's like they played some of the worst rated games on the Switch and still had so much fun playing them. So it's like, even when they're so dumb, it's just something they do so right. Like, and like the soundtracks and everything that goes along with those kind of games that are on the Nintendo system.
It's amazing.
Perfect. Love it. Anything else? Anything you're excited about, or games you're really liking?
Red Dead Redemption 2 I really want. Can't think of any right now besides that one.
Now, everyone does say
Watch Dogs,
that they really like
the new one. And Cyberpunk 2077.
That's the one with
that's not until next year, like pretty much those last two I said.
Keanu?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is in that one, which, hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Isn't he like 80 years old and he's in his prime?
Yeah, he is.
Although, we're not talking about movies right now, but his last film, or not, well, is it his most recent one? The
John Wick?
The John Wick one? 3
so.
is his most recent, but I did notice, I don't know if anyone else noticed, and if you haven't watched it, watch it. First of all, it's very good, all of them. Love those movies, love him.
I haven't seen the third one yet, but I will.
I think he's a great actor. I think he's a great person. But I have noticed that he's slowing down a little bit. Not much. I mean, it's like, what's his name? Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Who's like literally 70. Not literally, but he's like 60 something. And he's still doing all of his own stunts. I watched this one thing where he actually broke his ankle jumping from one building to another. He like literally just click-clack his ankle and kept running. He continued to climb and then kept running. I can't imagine the pain you would be in, but that's how dedicated those kind of actors are. Like, Tom Cruise and Keanu.
Or Jackie Chan. He is
Jackie Chan. Hello, amazing. And, but I did notice that, the fighting scenes were a little bit slower.
I think it's meant like that, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
How
so
could
I
it
don't
be,
know.
though? Because he was fighting even more people this time. He had an entire Assassin's Guild, like, after him.
I didn't see the third one, so I don't know.
It was literally fighting. I have spoiler alert. Spoilers in 1, 2, 3. It was just fighting. Like, if you ask me, in my opinion, don't at me, okay? In my opinion, there wasn't much of a storyline. It was just him trying to survive an entire assassin's cult, or whatever you want to call it. Literally every single, like, assassin was after him. So it was from the beginning to the end was just fighting and him trying to survive. And then the end, there's like a weird twist thing, and you're just like, okay, all right. But not that the fighting wasn't good, not that the movie wasn't good. Do not get me wrong, I liked it a lot. But yeah, it felt like it was just one fight after the next, and he was fighting like 6 people at a time each time. So I don't know. It just felt slower.
Yeah.
And if you watch it and you agree, then cool. Thanks. Hi. But I mean, that's just something I catch. I catch those little things in movies. I am that person. I'm that person who can like like tell how the movie's gonna end or what's gonna happen, and then also like I catch on to those little things. It's actually kind of annoying because it can ruin your experience watching a movie, but like I can't get my brain to stop. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what? He's kind of slowing down a little bit. When really it's like, oh, cool fighting. Oh, look at it. He just threw that knife into someone's face.
Yeah.
Like, but then my brain's going, yeah, but it was like a little bit slow.
Not me. I get captivated easily, so it is what it is.
Some people are just easily pleased. I just want more from things, I guess, which isn't always good. You know, sometimes it's better if you can enjoy the little things and not, you know, be so judgmental.
Like some people.
I am though, not necessarily like not against like people and stuff, but like I do have opinions, and sometimes they're strong. It's just who I am. You know, I don't judge you. Don't judge me. He's not judging me.
No.
So yeah.
Well, those are the games that I want.
And games we're playing and excited about. Oh my god. Dying Light, guys.
But who knows when that's coming out? They keep pushing it back.
This guy thinks it's coming out in April of next year, and I said, wasn't it supposed to come out 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And then they kept saying it, and then when it would get close, I'd go, whoops, can't do that. Why does the light keep changing? I'm gonna lose my mind. I think it's because the light, I mean, we're losing light.
I think it's me, because it's trying to capture me, and when I move away.
Oh, it's trying to capture you. This will take you on a date.
More like Pokemon.
So yeah, those are the games that we're playing and are excited about. Lots of games that we are excited about but don't have yet, but we will. I feel like we get all the games we want eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a whole lot of games that we don't have that we want.
Yeah.
Which is probably good, because I feel like I'm playing literally 3 to 4 games at once right now.
I'm still trying to beat the Surge 1, and well, I'm almost done, but the Surge 2 just came out, and now I want that, but then I got Outer Worlds and Call of Duty, and it's too much games.
We haven't even played a lot of this stuff that goes with the games that we just got, like Call of Duty. I mean, like, we haven't even touched Spec Ops yet.
Nope.
Which is something I was pretty excited about, and I think you too.
I am. Because I love Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops. I beat it. I beat the Modern Warfare 2 game. Every achievement I grabbed it. It was just that I beat the crap out of that game.
Overachiever over here. And that's another way that I'm different. I could care less about achievements. We'll be playing a game, we're like, I got an achievement. You should do it too and get it. Did you get it? And I'm like, I don't care, but I guess I'll do it if it makes you happy.
I mean, I don't do it as often as I used to, but when it pops up and I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
I mean, a lot of the achievements you get in a game are already...
True.
They just pop up because it happens organically while you're playing a game. But like those side ones or the very specific ones, I'm like, I don't care.
You probably missed an achievement on the campaign of the Call of Duty. Yeah, because it's like a secret thing, kind of.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you saying you're smarter than me? Okay. Who goes around looking at everything?
I do too.
And I do appreciate that. Which is probably why we game, you guys. We game together in a disgusting amount, like every day. Every day we I mean, not a lot. We don't play for hours on end, but we play every day. We try to play every single day. And so, and again, I think it works because, like, on those little things, excuse me, we're trying to podcast. Thank you. Quiet it down, sir. I got so distracted. But on those little things, like, I am somebody who, like, especially, say, because we're playing Gears 5 right now, too. Oh my god, another game we're playing. Yeah. Woo. So we're playing Gears 5 as well. And on that one, you really want to look around because they hide things. Yep. And it's very small. Most of them do sparkle. Yeah. Right? But it's like, you have to really be looking around and like ready to press that X as soon as something comes up.
Yep.
Because they can be small. And so I am somebody who really does look around, and I check every room and I check every corner, and this one doesn't mind that at all. It's like, okay, cool. And sometimes he's like, did you check over here? Come on, who are you talking to? Of course I checked.
Not all the
But
time.
I miss some things that you get.
Yeah.
So it actually helps that we're both, like, we both do that.
Yeah, I like to look around too. I play with people who like to just get the I play with her kids
My
sometimes.
child.
Yeah, so and he just goes straight through. He doesn't care. I'm like, you didn't look in this room. He's like, I don't care.
He's like me in so many ways, but that is not one.
Yeah, so I play with people who like to just go straight through everything and just run and gun and shoot, and I'm still behind trying to find things. But
yeah, and in Gears 5, you have to be careful because the host, which is usually me, if you move into a different area while somebody's searching, it brings them.
Yep, teleports
so it's
you.
like you have to be careful and definitely communicate that you're searching around and doing
Which
things.
I hate. Like in Far Cry, they have not a teleport option, but if you get too far from your co-op partner, you die. They kill you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, sometimes you want to look over here, and especially because it's an open world map, so you can go anywhere.
It does drive you crazy though about Gears 5 is the robot. Spoiler, there's a robot that plays with you. He only follows me with the flashlight. And so that's one big thing that we have.
That is a bad thing.
On
Because we
Gears.
split up sometimes just to look. It makes it easier, but the robot only follows her, and the robot's the only source of light. So when it's really dark, I can't see anything.
So we wish that there was like a flashlight on our equipment, or
that'd be cool.
like on your gun as you're like searching around.
Yeah,
you to aim, and there's like a light on your gun. Like most games, I don't. Like, sometimes you play your game and you're like, what were you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Fallout 76.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking?
Mm-hmm. And they want you to
maybe
pay
that's
more.
the last thing we should talk about, because this is almost an hour long.
Yeah, it's...
But as someone who really enjoyed Fallout, how dare you?
How dare you?
How do you sleep at night? You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
So if you've played Fallout, you know that there's a specific way a Fallout game goes, okay? It is a role-playing game that is quest-based.
Mm-hmm.
That means, for you that don't know, that means you build a character, you start in one spot, you learn your story, maybe why you're there, who you are, and where you're supposed to go next. And you do that by talking to the computer people that the game
NPCs.
is, yeah. And so that's like the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously a lot of it is fighting the ghouls and the animals and
all
stuff like that.
mutated things.
Yes.
And people who are bad.
Mm-hmm. From the radiation, there was a bomb and
Multiple bombs.
yeah. So imagine they take that all away. That's what they did.
It's literally a barren wasteland. There's no... I mean, I heard or read that there was an update where they put people in.
They have said they did that. But let's go back to like a year ago when they announced it or whatever. Everyone was so excited.
It was
because
hyped.
the one thing that they did not have that a lot of people wanted was co-op play. But they did not give us what we wanted.
Nope.
Sure, they made it co-op, but they took away everything else that made Fallout, including people to talk to.
Yep. There's robots, but they don't say much.
They only sell things to you. They don't, and where's the quests?
All the quests are given to you by holograms that you find, or holotapes, whatever they're called.
And they're not even really like story-based quests. It's like, oh, here's where you have to go. See you when you get back. And you're like, but why am I doing it? Like, what's the story here? Like, so there was like no one to talk to. There was nothing. You just go around and you could fight each other, which I didn't run across much.
Yeah.
So really, it was just you and a friend just running around, and that was it.
Yep.
And it was so disappointing and so laggy.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Like, there would be points where you were just walking around and you would hear extremely loud shooting over and over and over and over and over again, and you'd be like, what the heck? There was a time where we did like 3 missions and it didn't save for him at all, and we had to start all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
It was maddening. And so, like, honest, how dare you?
And the buildings suck too, by the way. They only give you like a restricted area that you can build, and it's barely anything.
Nothing. It wasn't like you were. Okay. And it was like you could build something and then put it away, right? And then pull it back up.
But then you'd have to. Maybe I didn't figure it out, or maybe they updated it. But you can build your, let's say a hut, maybe a little place for your farming stuff, and then you can pick all your stuff up and move it to a different location, which is really cool. But then you have to like re-put everything back together, and that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't figure it out. Maybe there was an option to keep it all together.
We haven't checked yet, but I am hoping that they did do an update where they added back what Fallout is supposed to be. You messed up, 76. You done messed up good. You goofed it. You goofed big time. So I hope you did fix it. I mean, people were so angry, they were demanding their money back, which they did not get their money back.
Nope.
Which, I'm sorry, what company like does that? Like, if I go and buy clothes and I don't like it, guess what I get to do? I get to take it back and either exchange it or get my money back. It's the same thing. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you paid the $60, like that's on you. But it's also sort of like false advertising, if you ask me. When you show something, like, what was that game we just played?
Atlas.
Atlas, the new pirate game, which we know about good pirate games because we play Sea of Thieves.
Pretty good.
Great game. So the graphics, perfecto. The water looks like real water.
Yep.
It literally makes you want to go swimming.
Yeah.
The night skies and stuff like that, the sunsets, the sunrises, so pretty. Great game. And then this guy saw this new one. He was like, oh, looks so good. Check it out. I mean, I'm definitely going to play it. So I was like, cool, I'll check it out because there was a free trial.
Yep.
I downloaded it. It's almost hilarious how different the game was to what they showed the game was going to be.
Yep.
It's like, you shouldn't do that to people. I mean, I understand like a free trial, but if somebody thought that they were going to get one thing, paid $60, that's not a small amount. I don't care who you are. That's not a small amount of money. Like, if you're paying, and there's a lot of games, and most games are $60 and up. So if you're showing one thing and somebody's like, yes, I want that, I'll pay my money for that, and then they don't get that, it's like, what a ripoff.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's and you're just like, oh, okay.
It was too bad. I'm not gonna get it.
There wasn't even anything about pirates when we started the game. You were just foraging.
Yeah, you're punching rocks.
You're literally just punching rocks. You went around and you punched rocks, trees. You would like go like this.
Yeah. And
you would like pick up stuff mid-air. Oh, it was so bad. Anyways, but games do that, and I feel like Fallout 76 did that. They made it seem like it was epic. Still gonna be.
The song was epic that they had.
Yeah, and that it was still gonna be like Fallout, but just co-op, which we're like, duh, you could do that, right? I mean, you have companions on Fallout. I had a robot follow me like the whole time once when I was playing a walkthrough.
Yep.
And so, like, it obviously can be done. Other games do it all the time. And so, that was exciting that you would be able to do these quest-based things with a friend. It wasn't that. No. It was not that.
Not fun.
Super disappointing. Which sucks because love Fallout. I think it's such a good game.
Yep.
But you win some, you lose some, and I'm hoping they fixed it. If they didn't, maybe they've learned their lesson and they'll bring out a Fallout.
I think they are going to bring out Fallout 5. I think it's the next one. But what I'm more excited for is their new Elder Scrolls game.
Oh yeah.
I love the Elder Scrolls series, like Skyrim. Oh my goodness.
Again, even when it's those huge open worlds, as long as it's a role-playing quest-based thing, I'm in. Like, count me in.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I loved those kind of games. I played a lot of those. I played a lot of Dragon Age. What was? Oh gosh, there was some on the PlayStation that I played that were so fun, but I cannot remember what they were called. I'm gonna have to look them up because they were so fun. Which is another thing that I love. I love turn-based, like role-playing games, like Final Fantasy. It's not turn-based anymore that I've seen, but back when it started, it was you go, they go, you go, and you picked which power you wanted to use to attack. Like, I really enjoy those. I know not everybody does, but I really enjoy a turn-based game like that. Not the ones where it's like a grid turn-based game where you're like you and somebody else is on a grid and you move up one and then attack. Like it, I don't like those. But yeah, Final Fantasy did those right, and I really enjoyed that.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yes.
We're gamers. Clearly. I was like, he's like, let's talk a little bit about games. And I was like, cut was 45 minutes later. And it's been over an hour now.
Wow.
So let's call it, because that's way too long.
Yeah.
Thanks for anybody who listens all the way through or at all.
Yeah.
If you're not necessarily a gamer, sorry. This won't interest you at all, or maybe it will. Maybe it'll get you interested in games. It's a very large community. There's a lot of nice people you can meet.
It's true.
Some not so nice people you can meet, but I think for the most part, I've made a lot of friendships.
Yeah.
We'll go into more depth, but that's how we met.
Pretty much gaming.
So if it wasn't for gaming, wouldn't have this guy. Wouldn't have a lot of the friends that I have now, which in this day and age, it's like that's nothing. You meet almost everyone online, but it was like a safe way to do it, and
it's true.
I think it's great. I think it's a good hobby.
It's great.
It's so good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching both the first one if you did and this one if you do. We appreciate every single person. Go ahead and comment on our videos if you want. Tell us your favorite game. Tell us what we could be doing better, or the things that you do want us to keep doing. Subject matters that you like that we could talk about. I plan to read every comment and try to reply to each one.
Yep.
I'm more of the whole social media part, so it'll probably be me responding to most, unless you have a directed question towards Ollie. But yeah, just feel free to comment and join us in our discussion and share your opinions. It's all safe. This is a safe place. You're safe here.
Safe.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And
thank you.
We shall see you next time.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye.